Hey everybody, how you doing? This is the Lone Wolf looking at my digital read on my audio here, trying to bring it down just a little bit. Um, Here we are tonight. I think it's Tuesday, 2006. If we're not really, but it's not really 2006 at all. It may be 2048. It may be 2032. It may be 2018. Just depends on what country you're in. And of course, the time zones also are very confusing and really don't mean anything to the universe itself, only to us carbon form human creatures. Does it mean anything at all? Yeah, crazy weather in the northeast and the northwest, cold in the northern portions of New England and all of the areas up in the north east toward Washington. Record temperatures, record low temperatures, and snow, just apocalyptic looking snow views that I'm getting here from the satellite, just unbelievable. And then we've got this mid-level trough coming down on us here in the southeast, which is going to be really, really crazy. I promise you, we're going to have some major, major storms probably Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, maybe even Saturday and Sunday. And, I talk to people about this and they just say, wow, yeah, the weather, the weather, the weather. And then I say, well, the weather is being controlled by the powers that be, up there on the invisible hill somewhere. And they go, what are you talking about? And then I tell them about chemtrails and they don't want to hear it. They don't believe it. They're astonished. They're shocked. They're amazed. They're glazed, dazed, and amazed. They just don't want to hear it, and they don't want to believe it. They can't believe it, and they just, I don't know, hard-headed, bias, cognitively dissident humans. And I'm just getting sick and tired of being sick and tired of talking to these people. I really am. I'm just getting sick and tired of trying to even find an intellectual conversation anywhere. And that's a bad sign, I think, although some of the philosophers I've been listening to lately, like Alan Watts, have said that's a good sign. When people don't want to hear you anymore, if you are wise and you do have knowledge and experience in these things, and they don't want to listen to what we know is true, then just forget them. Just forget it. I mean, you can't even be around these people because they have one perspective and one view, and I have another one, and they're both very, very, very far apart. And mine are bordering on delusion and conspiracy and insanity, and theirs is theirs is based on normality. They've normalized everything that is crazy and insane, and they don't even seem to notice the major changes in things like the weather. They don't want to talk about chemtrails or food additives or forever chemicals. They don't want to talk about Palantir, Flock Nova, Skynet, surveillance, aerial surveillance, satellite surveillance. They don't want to talk about any of these new technologies that are coming out. Most of the people that I deal with or talk to don't even have an LLM, large language model, neural network bot that they're dealing with on their phone or computer. They don't have an agent. They don't know what an agent is. They don't know what a bot is. They don't know what a large language model or LLM is. Where did these people come from? What has happened to these people? Have they been gobbled up by the dummy monster? Yes, I think so. I think they have been gobbled up by the dummy monster. They just don't study. They don't read. They don't research. They don't care. They're running on a little hamster treadmill for humans, and they're running on that little 8 hour a day, 40 hour a week. Give half my money back to the government treadmill, and shit, shower, and shave, and go back and do it all again tomorrow until I'm, retirement age, and then I'm so sick I don't have enough money to travel if I wanted to, and then I'm going to be dead, and so what? That's their life. And it could be said that maybe it's my life too. I just run my life differently, you know? I mean, after all, everybody has their own way of doing things. Everyone has their own perspective and perception based on their experience, based on their indoctrination and programming since birth, and all of the propaganda they've absorbed since birth, and all of the bullshit that they've been spoon fed predictively and on purpose, and the bullshit that they continue to swallow without questioning. And Marion and I are not like that. You know, this radio station is not based on um, cognitive dissonance. It's not based on trying to fit in to the narrative of what these very uneducated, uninformed people would like to hear. So this show really shocks people, and I guess a lot of people hate this show. I guess they just hate it. They don't like it. They tune in, tune out. And a lot of people have a love hate relationship with the show. They just want to tune in to debate. They want to tune in to make trouble. They want to tune in to see if they can get me into a silly argument, you know, that's going to end up really going nowhere. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Well, yeah, go ahead, ask me. Why are you here? Why do you do it? You know, why do you do it, Kyler? Well, I'm a very inquisitive person. I enjoy the science of behavioral science, and I enjoy the science of sociology, and I enjoy the cognitive sciences, and the collective imagination, critical thinking, having vision and focus, and asking the very, very, very difficult questions that most people just will not ask, or are not educated or aware enough to ask those difficult questions. So, you know, it's tough. It's tough. It makes for um, a sense of loneliness here where we are, because I promise you, 80% of the people here, and I know that sounds crazy number, 80% of the people here are one brick short of a full load of, you know, bricks, and they're one French fry short of a Happy Meal, and they just don't get it. I mean, they just don't get it. And I know what you're thinking. Get what? Get what? What are you wanting them to get? Well, that's a difficult question too. I don't really know what I want them to get. I think I just want to challenge them to see if they can open up their mind and learn new things. Just look around the environment and look at the totality as much as your capacity will allow, to look at the totality of the matrix, to look at the totality of existence, to look at the totality of your brain mind connection, mind brain connection, and see what's going on. Do you have the power? Do you have the capacity to grow? Do you have the capacity to learn new things? Do you want to learn new things, or have you just given up? You know, some of the psychologists and others say that we give up on learning after like age 14 or 15 or some weird number. The brain just kind of takes everything in as normal, and we just kind of get into that routine, that rut, that 40-hour rut eventually, when young people go to work, and they have to drudge and dredge and worry and struggle, you know, financially, and they have to go out and put their resumes in to these corporations that really don't give a damn about them. They just give a damn about putting another cog in the wheel, and another spoke in the wheel to turn the wheel of financial gain and power and dominance over the population, and sell them products and services that they probably don't need and probably can't afford. And you know, that's the way the system runs, and the bankers come out ahead every single time. You know, the central bankers are laughing and laughing and laughing, and always have been laughing at these dumb air breathers, as they're calling them now. You know, people that just suck it all up and believe anything they're told on the news, the mainstream news. You know, I had a guy I was sitting with today that said, "Oh, I've been listening to the news today on this Iran thing," and I just said, "Oh my gosh, this guy has no idea what's going on with Iran, you know, or Russia, or China, or Israel, you know." I mean, it would take somebody with 10 PhDs to fully understand the complexities and all of the variables and parts and pieces involved in this geopolitical cluster fuck that's going on out there. It would take someone who really had a deep, deep understanding of history and the players that made our history happen and all the lies that have been told to these people. Over the span of their life, they have been lied to and lied to and lied to so much, and they've gotten used to looking at diversions rather than the real situation. They've gotten used to being diverted psychologically somewhere else. Yeah, Iran or Tehran was a good example of people being diverted from one thought to another. Take them away from even thinking about investigating what might really be happening and just make this war so big and nasty and complicated that they just focus on that, but they don't look at the real reason things are happening. And so that's really kind of where we go on this show, as we try to get deeper into these phenomena, that are happening. I can't hear you. Okay, but anyway, Spanky, if you're there, I hope you are doing good. We're doing a little bit better. Um, As you know, we have started, and I can go ahead and talk about the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful website that Marion has put so many hours into, Alternative Public Radio International.com. And boy, is it beautiful. Is it just simply beautiful. And we have kind of lassoed the truckers out here, and we've gotten them going in the station, and we're doing a whole series on trucking, the trucking industry. And because of Spanky, we're going to be doing a history on the trains and how they all got started with the oil barons and colonializing the West, and uh, just ramsacking the West and ramsacking the natives and killing everyone and everything in sight to, they call it progress, progress. We're making progress. Yeah, so were the Christians with the Crusades, where they were making progress too, I guess, killing all of those innocent people who didn't believe their way. Oh, they were savages. We had to convert them, to Christianity, because that's what we do. We go in and colonize, and they're doing this today. They lie in their marketing and advertising and public relations for people to get these shots and to get this medicine and this psychotropic and that psychotropic. And, they just lie to people. And it's been so normalized. Big Pharma has normalized everything, and now we find out that BlackRock, the BlackRock owns Big Pharma. They own the trucking industry. They own the train and rail industry. They own all of the shipping yards. They own every distribution center, manufacturing center, transport center. Larry Fink over there, the god of BlackRock, the god of the universe, the new god, uh, even called the Antichrist by some, which I don't think so. He's too obvious. The Antichrist will be much more subdued, I think. Maybe a few more miracles here and there, but definitely more subdued than Larry Fink. For all of you who don't know what BlackRock is, go take a look at it. They're holding about $2.5 trillion in assets or more, probably much more. Probably much, 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 much more. I don't even like to give numbers anymore, because no matter where they're coming from, they're not true. You can always just scale it up, by tens and 20s and 30s. Hell, they could be holding 4 million or 5 million or 8 million, 8 trillion, 8 trillion, excuse me, in assets. And they run the world. Like I said, they own a part of or all of every corporation in the world that means anything to anyone. General Mills, all of these big corporations like Sony, General Electric and all of the weapons manufacturers and all of the food manufacturers and distribution centers. BlackRock owns all of it, and Bill Gates owns the other part. Um, Bill Gates has been funding all kinds of mind control technologies, all kinds of agricultural and genetically modified organisms, been investing in fake food, fake meat, fake chicken, fake everything. And they're wanting people to stop eating real meat, like chicken and beef and lamb and turkey and guinea and pig and everything else. They want to make their meat and sell it themselves with all of their injectables in it, with all of their mRNA in it, with all of their nanoparticulates in it, with all of these other crazy Frankensteinian ingredients in every single thing that you consume. And if you're not consuming it orally or injectably or sublingually, you're definitely ingesting it through your respiratory system, through the chemtrails that are spreading the selenium and barium and strontium and nanoparticulates of every kind and shape, and of course aluminum oxide and formaldehyde and all of these other crazy alchemic experimentations that have been going on since the early 20s, 1920s. People say, oh, that hadn't started till about 1950, 60. No, my friends, it started, all of it, computers included, started 150 years ago. You just didn't, you were sitting on the porch rocking and had your head under a blanket. You didn't know it. But um, we're getting the crumbs off of the master's table. We're getting the crumbs off of Larry Fink's table. We're getting the crumbs off of the central banker's table. We're getting the crumbs off of the DoD and Pentagon, the military industrial complex and all of their technologies that are going on with DARPA. Getting the crumbs off the table. You guys and girls have been used to just crumbs. That's all you've ever been used to. That's all you'll ever know is crumbs. Crumbs, crumbs, and more crumbs. You're working for crummy people. You're living a crummy life. You're living in a crummy world. You're living as a slave in this world. You're living as a slave. You're just a slave. That's all you are, a slave. You have that slave mentality. You go to work, you pay your bills, you pay your taxes, you buy a home that you'll never own. You buy a car that you'll never own. You buy a motorcycle and a boat that you'll never own. You buy jet skis you'll never own. You buy all this other stuff that you'll never own. You'll only just be able to possess it and watch over it for a while until the tax man comes and gets it. You still pay income tax when it's fraud. It's not even necessary. I've got 25 different videos from top IRS agents and administrative agents and officers that have come out and blew the whistle that income tax is just ridiculous. It's voluntary, and people just keep bending over the table and getting poked and poked and poked and poked. And just give me some more of that money. Give me some more of that money. And people just keep paying it, and it's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. That and a whole lot of other things that we do every single day, like we don't protest in the right ways. We don't focus on the right things to protest on. We don't have the right people in the protest, like a small mini revolution, turning over the tables like Jesus did in the Bible for the money changers. We've needed to turn over the tables of the money changers a long time ago, even though I'm not a Christian and I'm not a Bible thumper, because the Bible is another lie and another fiction that all of you have fallen for. The Bible has been translated and retranslated and restructured and realigned, and it's been encapsulated in politics and power and dominance and extortion ever since its beginning, when it came out of the oral traditions. And I talked to a lady today, and I said, we got some tornadoes possibly coming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We got hail, maybe golf ball size hail, possible winds up to 80 to 100 miles an hour. And you know what she did? Jesus loves me, this I know. And I'm like, what? What? I'm sorry. And she's like, I have Jesus. I have Jesus. I don't need a storm cellar. I have Jesus. And I'm thinking, you're an idiot. You're a complete imbecile, a moron. What is it with this Jesus thing? Jesus is going to come and heal my grandmother's cancer when half of her face is eaten off and she's got diabetes and her sugar levels are up over 500 and her A1C is 13.6 and she's got all kinds of other diseases and her legs rotting off from gangrene. Jesus loves me, this son. Really? Really? Is that true? A zillion kids being trafficked around the world. Epstein's regime is still very, very much in place and bigger than it ever was, And Epstein Island had all of our top people, leaders, if that's what you want to call them, leaders, suck a Peter. I mean, yeah, these, what are they, leaders? Are you serious? Are you serious? Can anybody show me a true leader? I will give you $1,000 cash. I will come to your house and I will clean your house for a year free. Show me a one leader that's not in 1 year, even coming out of the House of Representatives, that doesn't turn sour after 1 year when they get to talk. That if you don't do what we say do, and if you don't do exactly as we say do, when we say hop, you jump, frog. Okay, they're already soured. They're already bought and paid for by the system. They're already bought and paid for by the central bankers, the Council of 300, the World Economic Forum grabs them. The people at Davos grab them. All of these tentacles coming out to take good people down and turn them into mush mush, blackmailed them like Epstein was so good at, taking men who could have been good leaders out to the island and getting them drunk and high and giving them all kinds of drugs and things, and then, you know, catching them with their pants down. And now they've got them forever with blackmail and they can make them do whatever they want to do, no matter what it is. It just doesn't matter. Slay somebody, behead somebody, whatever, make it look like a suicide kind of thing. All of our leaders, I'd say most of our leaders, I'd say 98.8% of the people involved in running this global technocracy, this fascist technocracy, have been blackmailed in one way or another. They're living under this veil, this dark veil, this deep, dark well of nastiness hanging over their head. Um, Am I condoning what happened at the island? No, I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying it was a good trap for men who make mistakes. Men make mistakes. Men are perverted. Men have all of these different kinds of problems. Some women do too, not as much probably. It's more of a male thing, as we were talking about around the campfire last night. When you get men a little drunk, they start telling the truth, and so do women. So yeah, everyone has been corrupted to one way or another. I don't think there's one of you out there that is perfect. I don't think one of you out there is sinless, as I don't like the word to use sin. I don't like that word at all, but I'll use it here. There's not one of you that can point the finger at anyone else, period. I don't give a damn what they've done. And most of you have a price. Most of you can be paid a certain price to not be good and to be crazy and insane and homicidal and hire hitmen to do your dirty work for you. And if you don't hire the hitman, then you'll be hit. So it's a crazy conundrum. It's a it is a very oxymoronic, very pathetic situation that we are all into. They call us human. We're monsters. Human is a monster. Human, you're a monster. And that's just the way it is, and that's the way it's always been. And we've got so many lies circulating around out there. I wanted to mention before I go off, the fake news, as they call it. Well, what is fake news? I mean, I don't know what fake news is. I really don't. I know what lying is. I know what fabricating the truth is. I know what twisting the truth is for a higher gain of some kind, or maybe a consequence of more power or more money in my bank account. But I really don't know what fake news means. I don't think that word should even be used. Really, it's just people uh, performing, performing for those with more money and more power, and buying into this fascist, insane Marxist, leftist, communist regime. Socialist regime. Socialism could have been a good thing. Communism could have been a good thing. I read Marx's book on communism and Marxism, and it was pretty interesting. Actually, it was a very, very interesting read. All of you should read it at least once. It's a red book. It's always red for some reason. The good one is. But anyway, I was hoping to get Spanky on here tonight, and I just didn't do it. So there's somebody else that just came on. I don't know who that is, but I'm hoping Lee might be here too. You never know. Lee might be here. What's that red dot for over there on the right side of their names? Is that something you click to the right? Huh? Hello, Andrew from Thailand. Good to have you on tonight. Please share the show, Andrew. Please, please share the show. We want to wake as many people up, and I know that word sounds kind of pukey too to most of you now. It's been overused. Wake up, woke, woke, woke. It's all confusing. It's all very, very confusing. DEI, ESG, tokenization, blockchain. It's all very, very confusing. Get ready for the CBDC. Get ready for the central banking digital currency. It's on the way, folks. They've already tooled up for it. They've already tooled up for it, and it's coming. Here it comes. Yeah, here it comes. Get ready for the CBDC. Get ready for the chip. Get ready for the RIFD. More advanced technical workings of the RIFD chip, or the radio frequency chip, and other tattoos that will be used, and other real IDs that will be coming into play with Flock Nova and Palantir and Skynet, and all of these other very heavy, heavy, highly technological and complex surveillance mechanisms that are being put into play now all over the world. They can track you now, to the point where it's almost like science fiction. I mean, they can track you and trace you and watch you and see you and hear you no matter where you are. And I mean, no matter where you are. I think you would have to be 1,000 feet underground in a bunker for them not to be able to have any contact with you and be able to receive and transmit information out to them and get information tracked back to you under their U.S. patented mind control technologies. So, it's getting to be a bad situation that we're all having to deal with, and we're all having to normalize in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or we would end up in a straitjacket. Um, I've gone through existential crisis and existential dread, which is not psychosis, folks. We need to make a determination of draw the line between psychosis and between true, pure existential crisis and a knowledge overload, where you just have overload, a tsunami of knowledge in your head. You're trying to process what little you can with this little puny brain they keep saying is so special, and it's not special at all. Trust me, this will come out eventually and probably already has. The brain, there's nothing special about the brain, folks, okay? That's another myth, okay? Another myth, another thing that we've normalized, okay? We are not the central figure in this play, okay? Humans are not the central figure in this play, nor are we the only figures in this play, the only players in this game. We are not. There are external forces out there that are just mind shattering, mind blowing, that have been here for a long, long, long time. I'm not even going to put a number behind it or in front of it. Not even going to fractionalize it. Not even going to work off statistics and people that influencers that I've heard. I'm sorry, what? Spanky, are you there?
Yes, sir. I've been here.
Well, my producer's not doing a very good job if you've been here.
Actually, I just seen where you hit the button to join.
Oh, okay.
That was on me.
Have you been listening to the show?
Yep. Sure
How do you
have.
like it? How do you like it so far?
Good, good, good.
What's talk to our truckers out there. How long were you in trucking? Give them a little bit of your experience in all the crazy things that you've witnessed and experienced in trucking, and how do you think this radio station might help them in their fight to be better and to be more financially secure and to understand what's coming in the future with trucking, with AI and everything?
Well, actually, I've been in the business for 40 years, and right now, they still testing out the AI trucks down in Texas, and
Yeah,
as far as the money is, brokers are gonna have to start paying the money now because before they used to tell the owner operators, well, I can get that can do it X amount of dollars cheaper. See, they can't do that now, thanks to Trump.
yeah, yeah. Well, how different is it coming from trucking into trains?
It's about the same, but the only difference in railroading is you get you get treated a little more better because you know you you're messing around with 20,000 tons. I mean, big numbers. So you get they get treated differently.
Yeah. When do you think that trains, I was talking to Mary about this the other day, when do you think trains will come into the age of no engineer? I mean, I see that could have already happened 20 years ago. When do you see the engineers, and are they pushing back on that anywhere, or do you know or not? When will that engineering area be just empty, and there's going to be computers on the bottom of the trains more sophisticated than they are now to be able to check the tracks and any other problems that there may be with the railroad lines, and a whole bunch of surveillance of the country that they're going to use for Flock Nova and for Skynet surveillance? Do you see any of that happening? Do you hear any of the other engineers or any of the other employees talking about these crazy things?
Yeah, actually, it is happening now in Australia. The big 7 mile super trains that they have over there, they are completely run by AI now. And the
Yeah,
guy he the guy just sits up in there. They got one guy once when they used to have two, but now they
yeah,
got one, and they're
yeah.
trying to do that over here.
Well, we should have built a mag train, 200 mile an hour plus mag train over here 20 years ago. We had the technology.
Hmm.
China has got one. Japan's got one. We don't have one. One of the greatest feats that amazes me is building that European tunnel underneath the Atlantic Ocean there. That was a feat, man. That has always intrigued me how they go down that deep and build a damn tunnel from one continent to another under the sea,
Yeah,
man. That has always intrigued me. What about you?
yeah, yeah. When they built that, it was interesting. Yeah, I followed it. I followed it all through YouTube and stuff.
How's Michael doing, our old buddy?
He coming along slowly but surely. He's still, yeah, he's still working on himself. He said he want to come aboard where what I'm doing. Like I just straight out told him, dude, you cannot walk up in there smelling like alcohol.
No, 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 you
You
can't.
know.
No, 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 no. I know that the engineers drink a lot because I have a friend that's a hobo and he rides the Los Angeles route and has for years and years and years and years. He knows probably every engineer on the West Coast and going all the way up to Alaska. And he says they nip, they have parties up there. They nip in the winter. They sit up there and drink their little flask and have fun and do their little thing, and it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
But I don't mean to be jumping off topic. I like to ask the crowd, is y'all ready for survival? Because you know World War III has started.
Well, people have been asking me recently about Iran, and their nuclear capabilities and our nuclear capabilities and so forth. And Iran, the Iranian people are wonderful people. I want to make this very clear tonight.
I agree.
We have stepped on a big rotten egg going in there and pushing these folks around, Kolomini or not, Holomini or Halamini or whatever his name is. We've really messed up by going in there and screwing around. All that is a diversion from the Epstein files. That's what this whole war is about. It's to take investigators like myself, try to take our mind off the Epstein files and put that in an inferior position and put the Iranian nuclear thing in a superior position and turn our focus on that and keep it there like Ukraine tried to do. We jumped from Ukraine to the 14-day war in Iran, and now we've done it again and stepped in the doo doo over there. And it's just ridiculous, all of the people that are dying needlessly. And you notice they put all these ships and everything over there in the straits, and it's one of the largest military buildup in American history, which is ridiculous for Iran. We could take Iran out with a couple of rubber band guns. And
Uh-huh.
so they're worried about Russia and China getting involved because Russia and China are good friends with Iran, and they're worried about that. Well, that's not going to happen. China is not interested in getting involved in this war, even though Xi Jinping come out with a public statement and said he was very, very upset that we were bombing his friends. And that if we did not stop, there would be consequences and China would win.
Right.
You know, but I
Right.
think still blowing a little smoke there. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. And I tell you what, World War III is already here, and it's already been here for the last 150 years. World
Yeah.
War III, we've been in it for 250 years. Hi, Andrew. I said hi to Andrew there. I'm
Hi,
sorry.
Mr.
What, Mary?
Thompson.
There you are, Andrew. How you doing?
Yeah, good thanks. Hey, listen, we just gone through a war here, yeah. I'm on the Thailand Cambodia borders, yeah, and we got the
Yeah,
drones flying here. We got bombs dropping here. Sitting in my shop, and then they hear dud, 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 the bombs dropping around us, this and that.
yeah,
And now it's Iran and America, yeah. I don't
yeah.
think America should have got involved with this. Even though I've just been in the war zone here and it's just quiet and lately, but I just feel sorry for all the innocent people. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm
Well, that's
just
why
so sorry.
I
Yeah, go
said a while ago so succinctly that the Iranian people have been brainwashed and they have been confused and they have been depressed and stressed and beat and beat and
on.
beat down regime after regime after regime after regime, and they really don't know what to believe because it's such a secret country, almost like North Korea, but not quite like little Kim Jong Un over there, nor like Kim Jong Un or Xi Jinping. Or even Putin, Vladimir Putin, but it is still a very secretive country. They do not get the same internet signals that we do. They don't have the broadband that we do. They don't have the same technology they do. But you're right. America should never have gotten involved in that conflict. And we have broken the nuclear proliferation treaty because, Israel did not sign on. Am I right or am I wrong? Why are we still supporting Israel when they did not sign
Yeah,
on to the nuclear
you
proliferation
are
treaty?
correct, sir. You are correct.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's American lives have died already. There's American lives have died already. It's wrong. It's wrong. Just leave those Islamists to themselves. And
Yeah, yeah. They've
you
got
know
their
what
own
I mean?
little playground over there,
Yeah.
Uh, Tehran,
Yeah.
Tel Aviv, Dubai, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, all of those different places. They've been fighting with the Palestinians. Now look at here we go. We're neglecting the Palestinian cause now. Have you heard the latest that some group named Happy Life or whatever the hell it's called is getting ready to build soccer fields all over Palestine? Gaza, they're getting
Really?
ready to turn the whole country, 144 square mile country, into soccer fields. Have you heard this insanity?
I've not heard this before. This is true.
Yes, yes, it's truth. Yes, and it's crazy because Gaza I mean Palestine produces a major world agricultural
1 minute, my
economy.
wife come back. 1 minute.
Okay, but anyway, Spanky, yeah, these are all very important topics, don't you think, Spanky, that we're getting
Yeah.
into here?
Yeah. Exactly. But I
Yeah.
never heard. But I never heard of that. What y'all was just talking about. That was the first for me.
Hmm?
If you kind of can go a little bit into who they are or what they're doing.
Where? Thailand or Iran?
Nah, for the soccer fields.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Some company BlackRock owns is going over there and build. They're going to take away all of their agriculture. They're going to colonize the whole country, the whole region, I should say, and they're going to turn it into soccer fields. Which I think somebody over there has been smoking a bunch of blunts or something, because that's just the most ridiculous idea that I have ever heard of in my life. And they're going to do it around all the bombed out buildings and mosques and hospitals and schools. And
Hmm.
it's a ridiculous idea. And I really can't think of any other reason they would be doing it except to take over the land completely and just leave, somehow push Israel completely out of it, and BlackRock just take it over somehow. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, you
Right.
know. But BlackRock, Larry Fink, man, I don't. I tell you, this guy. If you hadn't studied him, you need to study Larry Fink. You need to look at a video on YouTube. Pull up one on Larry Fink and BlackRock. They used to be Blackstone. Then they turned into BlackRock, and now BlackRock is one of the most powerful corporations, if not the most powerful corporation in the world. They are handling all of the assets of every major country in the world, every major central bank in the world. They are handling the assets of most countries in the world, most regimes and governments, whether totalitarian or dictatorship or not, conservative, liberal, whatever. They are, I tell you, this company has gone through the roof, man. And I'm surprised you're not talking about it, Spanky. BlackRock.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do some researching up on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're definitely controlling the. We don't have a government, by the way. I mean, I just told you we don't have a government. We do not have a government. It is BlackRock is the government. BlackRock is the global governance.
yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
we do not have any kind of democratic republic government anymore. That is antiquated. That has gone away. That has vanished slowly
I
over a
agree.
very short period of time.
Yeah,
These
I
major,
agree.
yeah, the Council of 300 has taken over, the Council of Nine has taken over, and BlackRock has taken over the world, including space. I mean, they're up there with space, and then we have this thing with Nvidia, or not Nvidia. Who is it that they're trying to push out of the military, DARPA and the Pentagon up there? Which one is it? Not Nvidia, but the other one.
Listen, I'm speaking to some Americans.
Yeah,
Uh,
you know what I'm talking about. You heard about it. They're trying to push
Mr.
this one
Davenport,
software.
Mr. Davenport,
Yeah,
Mr. Davenport,
yeah,
it's not only America, it's England, and it's all corporate owned. It's all
yes,
businesses own the governments now. That's
yes,
what the big problem is.
yes, yes, yes. It is, and you know, if they would make the arrest, if that's what they really want to do with these so-called pedophiles or whatever they're trying to call them, if they made those arrests, all of the indictments went out, and the grand juries came in, and the world court came in, that would pretty much eliminate every democracy in the world.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
correct. You're
I
yeah.
correct.
mean, but there wouldn't be anybody left to be
Uh,
corrupt in that area of government. You know,
Mm-hmm.
government government is nothing but a diversion anyway for stupid people. Government is a feel good thing. When you back these candidates, you're just wasting your time. You're wasting your time. There's no hope. There's no hope left. And don't call me a nihilist. Don't call me a nihilist. There is no hope left for this generation. Okay.
See, I agree with you. I 100% agree.
Yeah, there is no hope left. I used to think a little hope was good. I used to be the save the world guy. I used to, me, Spanky, you've been on here with me for years. I used to have hope. I used to want to provide solutions, but people don't care anymore. I interview 100 people every 2 weeks. They don't care anymore. They just don't give a damn.
Mr. Davenport,
Yeah,
it's so corrupt. Everything is so corrupt now. It's
yeah.
just so corrupt.
You know, I was talking to that lady today about the tornadoes before you came on. There, Andrew. I was talking about those tornadoes coming here, and she said, I got Jesus. I got Jesus. And she started singing, Jesus Loves Me. And I said, Look, lady, what are you talking about? I said, You tell me that Jesus is going to somehow protect you from these level 5 tornadoes here when he won't fix the billion children that are being sex trafficked and having their organs ripped out of their little conscious bodies every single fucking day? You're telling me that Jesus is going to take care of you and your little brick home over there? She
Yeah.
freaked out. She freaked out on me. She couldn't answer me.
Yeah.
She couldn't answer me. She couldn't answer me. What?
Mr.
Yeah.
Davenport, can I
Yeah.
just make a suggestion, please?
Yes.
You know, all these people on the left, yeah,
Yeah.
open borders and everything like that.
Right.
Really, they're communists. They're communists.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are.
they're really communists, and they're going to destroy their own countries. It's the
Yes.
same as in America and Canada. It's the same. It's the same. They're communists. These people are communists. They need to be beaten down and protect borders.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think they took Trudeau out? He was the chancellor there. What's his name? Klaus Schwab. He was Klaus Schwab's little boy. Little intern. Raised and educated by and trained by Klaus Schwab at the World Economic Forum. Why do you think they got rid of Trudeau? That's always been a mystery to me.
Oh, he is a Wanker. He is a horrible person, and
Yeah,
look at his life history. It's not good. It's not
yeah,
good. What he's doing now
yeah.
is terrible, terrible.
Kind of reminds me of AOC and the Congress up there. How in the hell did AOC ever get to be in a house of anything? Or it reminds me of a few other people, which I just forgot. I'm getting old here, 70 years old. My mind's kind of not what it used to be.
Oh, I'm in my 60s, brother. I'm in my
Yeah,
60s, brother. I'm catching
wow.
you up.
Congratulations. um, you wonder how some of these people got their positions, but then when you think about all the bribery and all of the sex scandals and all of the things that these people know in their little black books and their, the Lolita Express and the Lolita book and who was on the
Yeah,
plane and who wasn't on the plane. That's
yeah,
how people get these positions. It's they
yeah,
sex their way to the top or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They have
yeah.
to do
You're
a lot of
correct.
horrible
You're
things.
correct.
Yeah, they have to do a lot of
Yeah,
really crazy things to get
yeah,
these positions. But anyway,
you're
folks, I got
correct.
to go. Love y'all very
Okay.
much. I really do in my own special way. I love all of you very much, and I'm telling you, man, tune in. Please share the show. Please, please share the show everywhere you possibly can. I know that some of you don't have time, but please try to make a little time and tell your friends about the show. And so I'll be back tomorrow night, and we're going to have a great, great show tomorrow night. I'm going to be talking
There's
about this. What?
Send me a message and I'll be on
Marion, send
tomorrow.
him a message right now
Soon.
on the show again, where it's at. Okay, I will.
Uh,
And we're gonna tomorrow night. I'm going to be talking about supercomputers, moving to supercomputers, moving to super AI, and moving to sentience. We're already at sentient level, moving to a mimic consciousness, a mimic consciousness. AI is mimicking consciousness so well right now that it is
yeah,
unbelievable. My
this is
computer
so
scientist
dangerous now. What you're
my
speaking about,
computers,
this is
yeah,
so
my
dangerous.
my computer scientists around the world have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea how they've done this. They know how have no idea how these LLM super computers are doing what they do. They have no idea what they've created, And that's we're going to be talking about that tomorrow night, okay? So you guys be good and girls, and love y'all. Spanky, thank you for coming on, brother. I love you. You've been with me for
All right,
years.
love you too.
Andrew, be a regular here, please. Tell your friends we love you too, Andrew. You all take care in Thailand, and talk to
Thank
us a
you.
little bit more back when you come in on the politics of Thailand.
Okay, okay. It's
Right.
shit state.
Mary just sent you the email, our email. Email me and we'll talk. Okay.
Okay, okay. We speak, bro. We speak,
Y'all take
brother.
care. I'm out of here.
All
Okay.
right. All right.
Bye bye.
All right.
You too.
All
You
right.
too.
Bye
Lone
bye.
You
Wolf.
too.
Lone Wolf. I'm out. Bye.